Trump says he's received a target letter, meaning another indictment is likely within days, possibly hours. I want to turn to CTV's political analyst, Eric Ham. Eric, good morning to you. So what do you think are the charges that Donald Trump is now facing? And let's point out that he is now looking at making history, really. This is his third indictment. What do you think he's up against?
Well, what we know is that the special counsel has had a really broad investigation when it looks at January 6th, simply not focusing on the events that happened that day. But we also know that they have begun an investigation going as far as Arizona, speaking to potential fake electors there. In addition to that, we also know that they have been following the money, looking at how Donald Trump raised money in relation to the Stop the Steal campaign, where he thought or he tried to shape the narrative that the election was stolen, and of course, what happened with that money. So there could be any number of charges that could stem from special counsel Jack Smith's investigation at this point. And also what's very striking is that based on what the reports are saying, it appears as if Donald Trump is the only one who has received this target letter. So it's very clear that the special counsel has narrowed and focused solely on Donald Trump. And typically, Donald Trump has been very, very astute at being able to get other people to take the fall on his behalf. But now it appears as though he won't have that opportunity to do that in this case.
We can't blame people if they are getting lost in all of the legal matters that Trump is facing. There just seems to be this maze of problems for the former president. How serious is this, do you think, if he is facing obstruction charges?
Well, what makes this case so very different, even from the documents case in Florida, is if, in fact, Donald Trump is indicted for a bevy of charges on this issue, he's going to be facing a very different legal climate than what he is in Florida. In fact, if you watch that town hall yesterday on Fox News, he speaks glowingly of the judge in Florida. It's a judge that he himself appointed to the bench. But if, in fact, he's indicted in Washington, he will be dealing with judges who he have not appointed, and also a potential jury pool that is not favorable to him. And so I think that could make this case very different. In fact, we already see how aggressive the special counsel is in trying to bring their case to trial in Florida. And I would expect they would try to be as equally aggressive if, in fact, they bring a case in Washington, D.C., and they will have a judge that might actually allow them to do it.
Eric Ham, we'll have to wait and see what Thursday brings as the grand jury reconvenes. Eric Ham is our political analyst. Thank you so much.